Why does everyone in the Big Ten become Iowa?
Everything evolves to eventually become a crab.
Ryan Day wanted the crap fight.
This team has two claws and it wants to snip at you with them.
He will play like the crab if he feels threatened.
All right, so first game of the week.
More energy. More energy.
Okay. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
First game of the week was Oregon at Iowa. Oregon won 18-16 in honestly a great game. Probably my favorite game of the day, and there were some pretty good games. So I'll let you guys kind of have it first because I have a lot to say positively about this game. But Josh, as our resident Cyclone, I would like you to take the mantle as someone who acknowledged that Mark Gronowski was not that bad of a player earlier this season.
Well, I think this game worked out how I thought it would, in that I knew there would be no blowout here. Kinnick's a tough place to play. They're amped up. They have a record, and they're like talking about playoff at this point now. And Oregon hasn't really beaten anybody. So this was like a real gut check for them because that Penn State game retroactively now is less impressive. So going into this, I'm thinking Iowa needs to make one or two big turnovers, kill drives, and they got that red zone interception early on. And I'm thinking that's one. That's one of those little mistakes where you get down the field, you could have gotten three, and it ends up with nothing. Like that's Iowa scoring a touchdown effectively. Then the safety happens for them on special teams. And of course, that's the difference in the game. That swing off that turnover was effectively erased. And sure enough, 18-16.
How many people do you think lost money sports gambling that there would be a safety in this game, but it would not be on Iowa?
I
Call the
didn't even
number.
want to I didn't even want to send like to the group chat like Iowa, Oregon, anytime safety just hit like
God.
you win. It's like 1 to 5 odds. It's not even that great.
So, okay, you're telling me that a November game in Kinnick was cold and absolutely pissing rain. I don't know if I believe that, but
Yeah. No,
they
no, go.
they noted on the broadcast, and I totally agree with them. In the first quarter, the punter for Iowa is the MVP because he saved 12 points off of two terrible snaps on punts. The first one, awesome catch to get the shank punt away, and the second one, able to take the illegal kicking penalty in the end zone to turn a touchdown into a safety. That's some Iowa shit if I've ever seen it.
Can I say, why did he pick up the ball? I don't know why he kicked it. I was like, dude, just pick it up.
I mean, he could have fallen on it, but kicking it out the back, I mean, it I think that with when he missed like his second swipe to get it out and the Oregon players were just bearing down on him, you do whatever you got to do. I think that he's a punter. He probably doesn't want to get smoked lying on the ground holding a ball. Totally
Reese
fine with that decision.
Reese Dakin is an Aussie rugby punter, and he knows what it's like to be at the bottom of a scrum. He's like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that. That's not why I'm here." So I don't blame him. He did what he can, and it was honestly, I'm being dead serious when I say this. He had big shoes to fill because Tory Taylor was incredible. I'm naming two different punters for the schools because it was really like a discussion like, man, I don't know, Reese Dakin just can't do it like Tory Taylor can. He's only averaging like 42 yards a punt. I've heard that. Like
Punter
against
you, baby.
like it's really something that matters here. And again, this that I can't the safety just can't be understated. Like that little thing where he just kicked it out of bounds, like he made the best of a bad situation. I don't know. I'm also kind of bewildered that Iowa was able to take a lead inside of 2 minutes and still lost. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. And when you think about the fact that Oregon on their last drive ran the ball for like 10, 12 yards a carry, I mean, honestly, some of the best throws I've seen all season were on that final
oh
drive for
yeah.
That was an
Oregon
awesome throw and catch to get like what, 22 yards?
on the right side of the field,
Yeah.
right? Like it was literally like textbook coverage, textbook throw. Um, they played they played so well on that final drive. I was kind of shocked because Oregon had really struggled. I thought Iowa had basically figured them out. And I thought they basically had them. Like on the note of Oregon, can we talk about the fact that like this was Iowa's like wet dream of a game? It was like it's freezing cold, raining. Iowa, they're getting offensive production. I know that's 18 or 16 points, but I want to acknowledge that was 16 points against a really good defense and with not that many possessions. Like Tim Lester actually called a good game, I thought. They were getting passing production from their tight ends. They threw the ball deep when they had to. Like the fact they lost this game is just a testament to how good Oregon is.
Yeah. I gotta think that if Gronowski gets going on the ground and instead of having 25 yards rushing has like 60 or 80, Iowa wins this game.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, they tried to use him in the run game plenty, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He had 10 carries. I mean, on the stat sheet it's 12, but two of those are sacks.
Yeah, no, I mean Oregon's defense really like hung tough in a game that really wasn't their game. I had a couple thoughts about how when I was watching this game, and this is off the back of last season where Iowa was really bad and they wanted to move on from Kirk Ferentz, and then I watched this game and I'm like, wow, this dude's like really good at coaching. Like I can't believe when they went up on that last drive, I was like, wow,
Unk still got it,
Yeah,
dude.
he's
Like,
he's hung around this long for a reason.
I want to ask you guys about the last play of the game, the kickoff. Do you think that the returner should have just immediately fallen down to try and get an offensive play, or do you look at how the offense has gone in this game and say, okay, our best chance of scoring a point here is getting a special teams broken play?
My opinion, I would have just told him fair catch it. Yeah, every single person in the field
Hmm.
just fair catch as soon as the ball is, and we'll throw a Hail Mary. That's my opinion. But what are you gonna do?
yeah. I mean, there's only so many gambles you can take in a game like this where you're just hedging the entire time, trying not to make that crucial mistake. I would have fair caught too.
Same. I
Yeah.
don't think it matters in the end. I don't think Mark Gronowski is throwing a 70-yard Hail Mary, but
Dude, honestly, it just seemed like Iowa's night. Like when the 2-point conversion when they on the last drive when they threw it and it tipped up and it landed in the Iowa guy's hand and I'm like I literally wrote down sometimes it's just your night, man. Then it got taken off the board. But man, just an awesome game. Just a really great game. I think I gained a good amount of respect for both teams. I assume Iowa can't make the playoff now, but
No,
I
because
saw
because
it.
the unfair playoff format doesn't allow 8 and 4 Big Ten teams in.
Hey, they have 3 losses right now.
we need to expand to a 32 team playoff with six auto bids for the Big Ten and the SEC and one for each of the ACC and the Big 12.
Exactly. For Texas Tech and for spin the wheel in the ACC.
On the Kirk Ferentz thing, there was just a phrase that comes to mind, which was like "beware of old soldiers." It's like, yeah, if you're an old man in a profession where people die young, you're you're a dangerous man.
I I don't know
He
if it
called a
was
great game.
yeah, I don't know if it was a quarter break or a post game, but Kirk said, "I just wish it had been snowing." Just like awesome.
Yeah, that would have made it that would have been perfect for him.
No,
He he
I was waiting for it. It was snowing all day here in Ames, like from 11 o'clock to literally that night. And I'm thinking, oh man, are we gonna have a snowy fourth quarter? Like I was just waiting for the pure cinema ending. Like great game, beautiful conditions for a classic game, and I'm just shocked we didn't get the snow globe.
Yeah, absolutely. And on just like a final note about, and I know I'm like really glazing Kirk Ferentz, which is like shocking. I never thought I would do that, but I was just watching him like, man, he just called timeouts exactly when I would have called a timeout. He just this is like a great game plan. They just are punching above their weight. So I just wanted to say that. On the flip side, Dan Lanning, I mean, got to give it to him, really shockingly conservative with his timeouts on the final drive. I'm surprised he didn't call more timeouts. It worked out. I thought he could have gotten caught there, but win is a win.
Dude, Dan
Absolutely.
Lanning, like out of the like cheeser, like young head coach tier, like he really does separate himself by winning games in different ways. Like there was the Penn State game, obviously. This one, like you have to be able to win these like slug fests. Like you have to find a way to instill some sort of like toughness in your team so that even though they're young, they can still hang with a team that is older and more experienced and nasty. And they did it, dude. Like these are old school Iowa type games that like we weren't sure if they'd be able to pull off in the new Big Ten. And I gotta say, this just feels like somebody has to lose, dog. And if it takes a perfect throw from Dante Moore to get into field goal position, you just throw your hands up.
Anything else, John?
Nope.
Perfect. Keeping in the Big Ten, our next game was Indiana at Penn State. Indiana won 27 to 24 on like literally the last play of the game. Um, John, you absorbed this game all four quarters, so
Correct.
why don't you let in on me?
So we'll I'll get to the catch that sealed it. This game was really fun to watch. Fernando Mendoza didn't play that well until the final drive. He was in the until the last drive, he was, I believe, 14 for 21, buck 30, no touchdowns and a pick. And then on the last drive, he was 5 for 8, 87 yards and a touchdown. So that's like, I mean, talk about clutching up in the biggest moment of the game. You have to go the length of the field in a minute 30 with no timeouts, and they just did it. Like props to Indiana. They should have lost this game. On the other end, Penn State's quarterback, Grunkelmeyer. I know there's not an L. I think it's way funnier if I mispronounce it as Grunkelmeyer. But he played really well. Probably better than Drew Aller, even though I know he's hurt. But uh, Penn State was running all over the place. They definitely could have won this game. And, sometimes you run into a team that can do it at the very end. Now, the catch at the end, holy shit, one of the best catches you'll ever see. Like that was so impressive. The body control to get that get the left foot down and hold the right foot up because he knew it was going to land out of bounds. Man, that was awesome.
It's one of those
Also,
things where you're watching like a physics equation like happen as like forward velocity dealt with the acceleration towards the ground at 9.8 meters per second. Like that's so crazy to get that toe down. And my girlfriend and I were watching the end of this one, and she said, that's his job to do it. I'm like, no, no, no. That was crazy.
Also, Mendoza buys some t it's like not a perfect pocket when he makes that throw, which was pretty
Hmm.
impressive. And earlier, I want to say what, like two, three plays earlier on that drive, they have the sideline, also insane catch.
Yeah,
Just the Indiana receivers just like absolutely played out of their mind on that last drive to bring them back from the dead, you
Was
yes.
know?
it Decker, number 80, that had that
Becker.
sideline grab?
I did want to push back on one thing, which is that you said Grunkmeyer. Probably better than Drew Aller, like maybe, but I did not think he played that good of a
He played a
game.
good game. Come on.
For a backup QB, sure, but like on the last drive of the game, he had an absolutely wide open receiver down the sideline, like
Yeah.
completely open that he just sailed the ball over, which like, admittedly, Drew Aller would have thrown the ball directly to the Indiana safety. So
Yeah.
he's marginally better, but
When I saw that, like I see Grunkemeyer load up and throw it, and the camera zooms out, and you see that receiver. I was like, "Fuck, Indiana!" Like, you're such a great story. I like it when bad teams get good, and now you're gonna leave this man wide open on one of the most important plays of the game, and then nope, just 20 rows deep in the stands.
yeah, honestly, Penn State kind of blew this one, especially because Indiana stupidly decides to squib kick. Like, what
Yes,
was that?
that was remarkably stupid, and it wasn't even a good squib kick. Like, it was effectively an onside kick. It's like, dude, you gave them a free 20 yards of field position when all they need to do is go. Now all they need to do is get it 30 yards down the field and kick a field goal.
I know all they needed to do was get a field goal, and they squibbed it, so they had to get 30 yards in like 35 seconds. Like
And I believe they had a
horrible.
timeout as well.
What is it with these coaches and squibbing? Just kick it deep. Have 5 seconds of faith in your team to kick it deep and just do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I was blow. I mean, I texted in all caps in our group chat. I'm like, why? Why would you ever fucking squib kick it in that situation? Fortunately, the opposing team is Penn State
Yep.
and can never ever bring it together on a final drive ever.
And they Penn State fucked it up with their timeouts at the end. They
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they only had one left and they used it after a first down. Like the
I
clock
know
stopped. What are
when
you
they could have
doing?
spiked it. They could have spiked it.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what their
And
coach was. He was like a defensive backs coach was the yeah.
and
You ain't
and
becoming a head coach.
yeah, and because the whole time I'm thinking, okay, sweet, you've got a timeout. If you get it down the field, you don't even need to fire drill it. Like, and then I don't know what the plan was. Well, there was no
Yeah.
plan, but
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It felt like both teams were trying to lose. It's like, okay, I'm Indiana. I'd go up. I immediately squib kick it. That's a mistake. I'm Penn State. I call timeout when I can just spike it, which means now I have to throw to the sideline, which means Indiana just needs to defend the sideline. I'm Indiana. I don't defend the sideline at all. I'm Penn State. I overthrow the ball to a wide open man anyway. Like everybody just messed up at the end. And Indiana made one less mistake, one fewer mistake.
yes.
So um,
Important note for Indiana. After this game was an Indiana win and Northwestern lost, Indiana is no longer the losingest program of all time in college football history. It is now Northwestern by one game. Crazy how
uh,
just two awesome seasons made you not the worst ever now.
yeah, no, for sure. Sorry, Josh. I thought you were gonna go there. I know you dropped. I wanted to.
I'm looking for the roster. I was the guy I was looking for.
Becker?
Not Decker,
Not Becker. Becker.
Becker. Oh, see,
That dude had like they were highlighting it on the broadcast, which Gus Johnson was totally in his bag. He was going nuts. It was awesome.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Gus Johnson fan, but he
I'm
was the right
generally
man for the
not, but
job.
I enjoyed it. But no, Becker had like I think barely 100 career yards before this game, and then he had 119, and he was just automatic, dude. He just kept catching the ball.
that's what the point I was trying to make earlier before I cut out. Uh, it's weird to have like a baseline level of skill that just exists on a talented roster where your fourth string guy is capable of stepping up in a big moment just because he's the next man up. You can't normally get away with stuff like that, on a college roster because there is such a significant drop off between the four-star guy that you signed in the offseason versus the walk on that is now stepping up for you on third down and long. Like it's crazy that they have a level of talent that can meet that threshold to make a game in a power conference like this. And I mean, he could never have another game like this in his career, but he had this one,
Yep.
and we
And
will remember.
Indiana needed every inch of it.
Pause.
Absolutely. So, Indiana basically just survives. I don't know if there's too much to like overthink there, other than they played their bad game and they survived. On the Penn State side, I assume you would feel better. Um, don't know how I feel about your defensive back coach, head coach guy. Like, I don't think he's maybe ready for that role, but do you think if James Franklin was the coach, you would have won this game? Because I kind of think that's true. I
Nah.
think they would have won this game if James Franklin was
You
there.
you can't just assign a top five win to James Franklin. Come on.
True, true.
Yeah, I think the renewed uh purpose that they came out of this the firing with just is the difference between this team earlier in the season and now. Like
Mhm.
Aller being gone is a big thing too, but the fact that Penn State looked like a team that could exist on the same level as not just Northwestern, but top two Indiana says something to me. They also had a big lead in Kinnick and it slipped through their fingers. Like, they played some tough games and been competitive, and I don't think they would be. Like, I don't know. I guess even on the Oregon game, they were in it, obviously, could have won, but they were adrift before this and not looking lost and honestly feeling like, damn, we could have had this top two win. Like, I'm not, yeah, James Franklin has nothing to do with that.
I will go to the grave being the one guy who thinks he was a good coach and didn't deserve to be fired.
I think he was good,
he is
but
a good coach.
Yes, yeah, he was one. Okay, you know what? Sorry, we don't need to get into it.
Yeah.
He almost made fucking national championship last year. He had one
Yeah.
bad season. He got canned immediately. Like,
Not even a bad
anyway,
season, three bad games.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, we
But
can move
whatever.
on. Awesome game, awesome game. Big Ten really delivered.
Yep.
Especially we have another topic coming up about YouTube TV and ESPN. The Big Ten really stepped up. Let's just say that. Um. Next game, Wake Forest at Virginia. Wake Forest won 16-9. And honestly, Josh, you're the Virginia guy on this pod. You have given them way more respect all season. You deserve the honors of going first here.
uh, looking at the final score, it's like, oh my God, Virginia just blew this one at home. But then you actually like I had to come back on this because I'm like, oh, what the hell? And their quarterback's out. And their backup played admirably, Daniel Kalen, but it's going to be tough without Chandler Morris, who got I think a head injury. They're not going to know for a couple days. Um, it's unfortunate. Like we were talking about how well they could run the ball and how that is like not just like their recipe, but like their designed to run the ball with the quarterback. And in this case, he slides and, a penalty hit knocks him out the game. So even in the loss, there was still a chance for them to pull this off against a Wake Forest team that has just been close. They've been so close all season, except against Florida State apparently. And they've been right on the edge in their wins, like the Kennesaw State game to start the season off, and in so many losses, like I'll pick one, the Georgia Tech game, 30-29. Like it's they've been a scrappy enough team that they could beat a contender who's having a bad day. And when the quarterback's out and the backup has a 54-yard run that gets tackled inside the 5 and this suddenly efficient red zone offense loses the motor behind that, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Virginia's been getting away with it like this whole season, basically. And now they've won all these close games, but it kind of felt like it was going to catch up to them. I mean, their last, since the overtime win against Florida State, their margins of victory have been 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. And the Cal game, that was a 3 point win. They got a pick six on the goal line at the very end of the game to make it look like 10 points, but that was a 3 point win. I mean, they're a good team. They're still well in the ACC battle, but um, they were getting away with it for a while. They were gonna take an L, and I mean, sucks for them, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them this. Like, winning is winning. Doesn't matter
Winning
if
is
you win
winning.
by an inch or a mile. I'll give it that from to quote Vin Diesel. Uh, but they had a loss before this, right? To NC State, right?
The non-conference lost to one of their conference teams, yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
What is up with NC State this year? They beat everybody who's important. They've beaten Georgia Tech. They've beaten Wake Forest. They've beaten fucking Virginia. Sorry, I'm just noticing. Anyway, point being, Virginia's, yeah, the ACC is a shit show. You can still absolutely make it all the way to
Yeah.
Charlotte. Um,
There are five one-loss teams in the ACC right now.
yeah, that's insane.
And I don't know. I think that we're generally done with those five teams playing each other. So like there's going to be some stupid ass tiebreakers. I mean, Georgia Tech has Pitt, but
Do you mind listing those off actually? The five
yeah,
teams.
Georgia Tech, Virginia, Pitt, SMU, and Duke.
Okay, well they have the tiebreaker over SMU, and they have the tiebreaker over. No, I think they just have the tiebreaker over SMU, but like that's
Yeah,
something at least.
and they do play Duke next week,
Duke
but
lost though,
yeah, Duke lost.
so well actually, I mean it's not a conference loss, right? Who did they
Yeah,
lose to?
UConn.
UConn.
That was on.
Yeah, nice.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I think when I first saw that I thought it was a basketball game actually. But anyway, hey, Virginia, it's still a magical season. I don't want to shit on them too bad, especially if they're
No.
playing with like a backup
Oh,
QB.
dude,
But
yeah, they're still in it. Like nobody separated themselves
Yep.
apparently, so they're still in it, and they'll see if Chandler Morris can get healthy. Do you know who they play next?
Duke.
Oh,
Duke,
yeah.
Duke, yeah.
I think they might be able to win that game with their backup quarterback. So,
Could go
but
either way. Could go either way. You just can't
yeah.
tell with this fucking conference. Like,
Yeah.
mm.
I mean, they've got Duke and then Virginia Tech, so
Well, we know
it's
they're
a
winning
winnable
one of
game.
those. Uh, anyway, on the topics, we mentioned this earlier in the pod, but YouTube and ESPN extend their contract dispute into another week of college football. And as a simpleton, it seems like ESPN is losing because the ratings have to have been better for the Big Ten games this week. So, thoughts?
I wonder if this is going to be one of those things that just kind of is indefinite. I mean, the this happens with some streaming services where there's one of these carriage disputes and you look away and you look back and it's been a year and a half and YouTube TV still doesn't have like the Braves networks on it and like ESPN is way more important to your subscriber base than FanDuel Sports South, but I don't know, man. I mean, these usually last like 1 week and then they get resolved because everyone's all pissed off. And I don't think that people are like I don't think people are willing to like take Disney's side on anything. So I don't know. It sucks for YouTube TV subscribers, like that you have to sail the high seas to watch your shitty SEC games
That you paid for
that you paid
already,
for,
for the
yes.
record. Yes, yeah. I will say I don't know if public opinion matters that much, but
It
I
really
think they're
doesn't.
losing. Yeah. Sorry, Josh, what were you gonna say?
No, it's just annoying. I think ESPN can't stay out of their own way because there's always some new thing because they're in so many places. People have been frustrated with them beforehand, but you kind of sound like a crazy person being like ESPN has a conspiracy with the SEC and they bought up the ACC and they're doing all these things. And it's like, all right, now you can more plainly see it. And now I think people are saying like ratings will be affected, but I feel like this is just such a calculated loss. They're like, who cares? And then they know they have the entirety of the postseason on their network. So if anyone's holding out, it'll be really hard if your team's in the postseason. You gotta keep refreshing whatever thing you're doing
I didn't
just
even
to
think
keep
about
up
that.
with it. So, I mean, this is why they do what they do. They buy the postseason so that they can upcharge you. They buy red zone so they can upcharge you. They monopolize every entertainment source and insert themselves everywhere so that they can upcharge you. And uh, besides the fact that people just might not have the money these days, they also could be principled and be like, I'd rather just fucking steal it. I don't like you. You've hurt my feelings, and my team is 5-7. I don't buy. Like,
Cool. Well, I think that we can move on.
yeah,
I just never
This
know what to
doesn't deserve
say.
so much airtime.
yeah. No, we
Yeah.
we wanted to keep it brief. We're just gonna acknowledge it every
Yeah.
week until it stops. Because fuck you, ESPN. This is the second week in a row, and hey, if they're keep willing to do this, I have something new to say every week. And fuck Stephen A. Smith in that fucking solitaire game. Fuck you guys. How dare you do that to me? The same. We're done. Segment over.
A couple topics we wanted to just hit on some solid games that we wanted to at least mention, which was Tulane at Memphis on the Friday night game. That was pretty good game, tale of two halves between Tulane and Memphis. Tulane won 38-32. And what do we think of this?
Uh, I know that I don't know his name, but Tulane's head coach is gonna look real good in orange and blue come November.
I did scout him this game. I was watching them in the context of will Auburn hire this guy? And shit, man, they look pretty damn good. I will say they played bipolar in both halves. Like, I don't
Yep.
know if that's a normal Tulane thing, but hey, man, do they have a shot at being the G5 representative with this win? They have two losses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So does that prevent them?
Uh,
The
I don't.
American race is still on. There's still a ton of teams that are still in it. I forget who exactly plays who coming up, but they're another conference with five one-loss teams.
Hell
So
yeah.
it'll be a very tight race as we get through the end of the month.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that in the American are like there are actually like five or six good teams that are given respect by like national media, which doesn't seem to happen very often. But it feels like the American, because they have all of those teams that are good to great, maybe it feels like the G5 playoff bid goes through the American, maybe JMU in the Sun Belt, but I mean, I think any of these 7-2 teams right now, or 8-1 in North Texas's case, 8-2 for Memphis, could be uh the G5 participant.
Yeah, and on that note, we can get back to the game in a second, but I wanted to say, I was talking with a couple coworkers. I live in North Dallas area, and so a lot of UNT people in my office, and we were talking about the American, and it kind of occurred to him like, wow, like the American's actually like pretty fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
like I was just like, you know what? If they just keep this up, like they could just be a power conference. They could just be considered a power conference at a certain point, right? Like if they just have the ratings, eventually you just become a power conference. Like honestly, in the fading days of the Pac-12, would I put my money that an American game might draw just as good of ratings. Like, I think so. They probably beat the ACC on some of these Friday night slots. Like, now that I
Yeah,
think about it. So they're ascending. We made fun of their stupid logo at the start of the year, but I guess they're the ones laughing now.
I'm not gonna acknowledge the American Conference. You are the American Athletic Conference. Be serious.
Getting back to the game, Jake Retzlaff, obviously I get why he's here,
They
but
missed him, man. They missed him.
yeah, he's very good, and the offense really hums around him. And this game, it was a clinic for him, like running the ball and really impressing from the pocket as well. So I don't know if they'll be able to have a game like this in the postseason or something, but against Memphis, who, great home environment, already had some big wins this year, uh, kind of lagged a little behind in the second half, but, was still in very much in the game. Both teams could run the ball, so the game was like ending very quickly. And there was like a mad dash to close the thing out. So I think I wrote the first part of the note was just all around great game. And this is high enough level football that it is entertaining, and salute to the American Conference and soar the eagle.
I will say Retzlaff, when I like was watching him, because this was the first real good look I had at seeing him play this season. I can't tell if it was because he's playing in the American, but he looks physically like an NFL quarterback. Like he's got tree trunk legs. He's just a fucking giant, and he can really move so well. On the note of Memphis is his home environment, I do not agree that that was a great home environment, bro. That stadium was empty, and I'm like, isn't this like a back-to-back 10 wins program? Like, this is a ranked home game. Like, where is everybody?
The people that are there are in the lower bowl and they are amped. Like they had like
Yes,
kids on the sideline, like on field level, like
shirtless.
freaking out. Yeah. I'm like, I love like smaller stadiums where you can have kids just be all over the place, like doing their 6-7 dances and shit on the sidelines. Like I love that. It's the best environment, like you want to play in a stadium like that if it's not, you know, massive cathedral 70,000 plus.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, come on, American. We need more attendance so you can like make it. Like, I want a new Power Five conference. How cool would that be? Like, if none of you guys sold out and joined like some new conference, like Tulane, you should not join the ACC or the SEC. Just like be cool and be in the AAC.
Hey,
And
Tulane still has more SEC championships than Ole Miss.
that's true. That they're founding member, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they chose wrong. Anyway. Any other notes on this game? It was just a really good Friday night game.
No, I don't
Perfect.
have anything else.
Other game, which man, we were hoping to talk about in the main chunk, but it just wasn't. It was just a blowout, which was BYU at Texas Tech. Texas Tech just won 29-7, and frankly, the score makes it seem closer than it was. Um, God damn, Texas Tech is looking like a championship team. Josh, did you have any thoughts?
John and I know how this conference works, dude. Like we said, BYU is the, I guess, favorite, maybe, if you're talking about like their record. I mean, they were one spot ahead of them in the CFP poll, but they just could not pull off the shit they were doing before against Texas Tech. Their linebackers, again, just pop when you're watching them. Like Rodriguez and Roberts are disgusting. Every time I watch them, it's that fight or flight feeling, dude. Like they're so violent. And to
Did
have like Chase Roberts, the BYU wide receiver, make these tough catches again, the entire defense is so physical. And the offense for Texas Tech took some time to figure it out, but they were consistently moving the ball, flipping the field and said, "We'll settle for three here. We'll have a 40-yard run, and we'll maybe punch it in from the 5. If not, we'll find we'll take it. We'll take it." They had Retzlaff in a can, not Retzlaff, Bachmeyer in a can the entire game. It kind of felt like those 49ers teams where they're kind of hiding the quarterback with a lot of play action and stuff, except Bear is big enough to where if he wants to scramble, he's leaning forward and getting 5 yards. Texas Tech's nasty linebackers and nasty front four said you can't do that. And
Hmm.
I haven't seen that happen to them all year. It's the first time they got beat in the trenches all season on offense. And this is the power of Texas Tech. Like
Uh,
I
uh,
feel like we really learned who they are supposed to be in this one.
yeah, a team that has lost their tortillas but has not lost their mojo. Um, so speaking of the linebackers, I don't know if you saw this, but in the post game, Joey McGuire was stumping for Jacob Rodriguez to get Heisman consideration. And I mean, based on this game, fuck, why not? Dude had a pick, a fumble recovery, like 15 tackles. Yeah, that dude's a beast.
Yeah, Texas Tech's defense is just awesome, which is crazy because it's like such a quick turnaround too. Like it's not like this was a slow building into a great defense. Like they just brought in a new DC and we're immediately incredible.
Yeah,
Um,
and
on
Cody
top of
Campbell's
that,
dollars helps.
yes, that is true. Um, on offense, they move the ball really well. I will say they didn't need to score. I mean, they scored 29 points, but they didn't need to be, as efficient in the red zone and like actually punching in those drives because BYU just truly couldn't score. But that is the one Achilles heel is that they get explosives, but they don't seem to maybe punch it in. On the flip side, for BYU, I said the score didn't reflect how bad this game was. BYU's defense just hung really tough considering how much they were being asked to do against a run game that was moving the ball. Like the fact that this was not 47 points instead of 29 is kind of impressive. Like BYU's defense was out there all game and BYU's offense was just really bad. Really truly bad. They just I don't I didn't like do the stats, but like I want to know how many of their completions were like screens essentially
Hmm.
because they weren't getting anything else. They were not testing that defense deep because they just couldn't and they couldn't
Yeah,
scramble.
Screens, play
and
action, hiding your quarterback, and
yeah,
I get why, but
I mean,
shoot.
to Josh's point earlier, I guess this is what the BYU offense looks like when you have a quarterback who wears a bad number and is, we'll call it limited in the passing game, and when he can't get going on the ground, I mean, I'm not surprised that their offense just looked somewhat inept.
He's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of showed because
Yes.
I don't want to say he's limited like physically. Like it seems like
No,
he
no,
can
no.
make all the throws, but yeah, this was way too complex of a defense, and they were getting so much consistent pressure. Like frankly, there were like two more picks out there had Texas Tech gotten them. Like simple stuff where he's just totally lasering in on a guy in the flat, and they've just got a linebacker who's gonna pick it off. It just didn't. Like
Hmm.
that's a pick six potentially. Yeah, I mean, he's a freshman. It's their first loss, so like whatever. But
Yeah.
Texas Tech definitely showed that they are their daddy.
Well, that's one thing that kind of stands out to me now is how good of a job BYU's done, like nurturing a young quarterback. Like this is the first, like he's had quarters where he's looked out of sorts or like, wait, I don't understand what's happening here, so I'll just take the 6 yards that I can scramble for. And this is the first time he's actually been flummoxed, and it's because you had linebackers that were covering the entire secondary. Like it really took like A+ level players to fluster this guy. So I'm not even too hard on Bear for this one. Like this is just the best defense he's seen so far in his career. So I mean, it really revealed the past to me now.
Tech's a playoff contender, not like a contender to make the playoff,
Hmm.
a contender to win a game in the playoff. I
Yeah,
absolutely believe that they have a puncher's chance against most of the playoff teams.
definitely.
Now, I will say this. Baron Morton, if they have this incredible defense, like I wrote in the notes, like jokingly, like Baron Morton's like wins above replacement are out of this world. This is the best they've looked all season. But he can't try and be this game breaker quarterback that scrambles back 15 yards and takes a sack. Like, imagine how much more they could have scored if Barron wasn't trying to make some big play. Like, dude, just get rid of the ball. Like, flying back 20 yards is just not gonna solve anything for you. You have to be conservative if you have a team that is willing to, like, he doesn't have the team. My point is, the team was built around him. There was a question of could Texas Tech kind of upgrade their quarterback situation? They're not like they have the money for it, obviously. Why build everything around this quarterback and not try and bump up the guy that you have? And now Baron Morton's like, okay, I can be as wild as I want to be because I know the rest of the team's got me. And that's just not going to work in a big game. Like you play against, I don't know, Texas or something. And if you're making more mistakes, that lets the other team be in the game. Just stop scrambling back forever. Please. That's the only thing, especially because he keeps getting hurt. So you just need to get rid of the ball and stay healthy. Stay on time. Stop trying to bust the game wide open. You will get it slowly but surely. And I mean, maybe this is the lesson where they can put up 30 and he doesn't really do anything that impressive himself. So, ah.
Yeah, just don't invite Patrick Mahomes to your big games, and you should be fine. Like he's just is a bad presence. Like he brings out the worst in this generation of quarterbacks.
Look, I can do it too. I can do it too.
Literally.
Everybody wants to be Patrick Mahomes. Everybody wants to be Steph Curry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was the last of the games. Just wanted to talk about or shout out, Kentucky blowing out Florida. I guess if you're not in the South, you may not appreciate that Florida like fucking owns Kentucky. Until Mark Stoops showed up. He's not a great coach, but in the context of Kentucky versus Florida, Mark Stoops is like the only guy who ever has beaten Florida. Like, I think they hadn't beaten them for like 20 years at one point until Mark Stoops showed up. So, um, I'm just enjoying Florida's horrible
Hey,
season.
Kentucky's a good team, man. They can win on the road in the SEC.
Yup,
That's
they
true.
sure
And
can.
and if it's an SEC win, it's by default a ranked win. You should just consider it that no matter what.
Yes.
Hey,
Um,
they put up 38. That's the combined score of like 3 games for them normally.
they could have beaten Texas this year. They literally could have. Anyway, Wisconsin also won a game in the Big Ten, beating
Yeah.
Washington, a
Holy
ranked
shit,
team.
dude.
I have to do this. I've buried Wisconsin for like 6 weeks in a row, talking about how they absolutely need to fire Fickle this season right now, and they should still do that. They I think stupidly confirmed that he'll be back in 26 earlier in the year, earlier this week. Um, I don't think that's smart. It's funny. He had the exact same record as Hugh Freeze through 2.5 seasons, and Wisconsin's like, yeah, we're gonna keep him. But hey, you want a game? You want a ranked game? First time since 2021, I believe they beat a ranked team. And yeah, their offense is still fucking terrible, but they drag Washington down into the dirt and beat them.
Dude, you said they were bringing Fickle back, and I reacted like I just saw a car crash.
No,
Like that
it's
is,
hilarious. They did a press, like they released a press conference saying we're bringing it back, which is like,
Yeah.
this has that
oh
ever
my
worked out for you?
God.
Mm.
They can't
Is
afford to
there
fire him.
is there
It's
a
very
money
simple.
laundering thing happening in the Big Ten where Wisconsin has just accepted that, listen, we will prop up the conference by handing you a free win? That's the only way this makes sense to me.
They
Listen,
just
it's
literally
cute. They won a game. I was shocked to find out, but no, no. Oh my God, no.
They just don't have the
Oh,
money. They
wow.
don't have the
Yeah.
money to fire this guy, and then the tariffs hit, and now they don't. They definitely don't have the money. Like it's just it's bad all around for
The
Wisconsin currently.
Is
When you're
Wisconsin broke?
big
yeah,
cheese is down, and that's hurting them.
it's not that they're broke as much as like they're not that rich, and they
They're,
gave this guy a bag. Like
they gave Fickle like an SEC style contract when they didn't have the SEC money to shit can his ass for being what 15 and 19 and looking terrible.
How
dude, when
big is
you
that buyout?
I think it's like 23. It's 20 plus.
It's
Oh
huge. I
my
mean, it's
God,
massive.
dude.
And when you're doing a press, not I don't know if they did a press conference. When you're making an announcement, like a breaking news announcement that you're keeping a guy, you know it's bad. I saw that on my phone and I thought it was like satire, like breaking news, like they're keeping him.
When you search Luke Fickle, the first result is, or the first suggestion is Luke Fickle buyout. And it is $31.5 million at the end of this year.
Yeah, they got to really bank on inflation knocking that one down. I don't know what they're gonna do without that. But anyway, yes. Hey, you know what? This was
But
supposed to be a
hey,
positive
it's
Wisconsin
positive.
segment.
Wisconsin, you won.
You beat a
Yes.
ranked Washington team, a
Oh my
Washington
God.
team
At
who had
what
been
cost?
disrespected. Yeah. Well, the announcement was before the game.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered had he lost. They were still gonna keep him.
All right.
Damn,
That
the
that
look of
kind of ruined my
despair.
day. That I'm just mad. It's one more guaranteed win for Iowa because they play them every year.
Speaking of Iowa, Iowa State played TCU 120 to 17, snapping their loss streak. Special teams scored, some defensive plays. Rocco played bad, still won the game against a pretty okay TCU team. So worth shouting out, right, Josh?
I thank you for switching to this to try and lift my spirits. This is one of the ugliest games I've ever seen, and they pulled it off anyway. Wearing the yellow pants for the first time in 9 years. Like it had been a while. Matt
Got to
Campbell
change a
apparently
variable,
hates
man. It's
he hates
important.
he hates yellow. But I mean, Rocco was 9 of 24. Like
Yikes.
our wide receivers are so bad. Like the same way I was talking about Indiana's wide receiving core having like a floor that's still able to step up in a big game. No one on Iowa State's receiving core said, "Hey, this one's on me." Every single it's so bad, dude. But hey, they have a bye week coming up and they can really just commit to running the ball and getting healthy because oof. TCU, you're a fucking joke, dude. This is sad. What the fuck? You lost to Iowa State now? Ugh. I thought they were bad before, but I didn't think Iowa State would be able to take advantage. And they allowed a punt return to lose the game? What the fuck? So oh, frog down. What? That's crazy. All right, I feel
Uh,
better now. We can
All
move on.
right.
the quick self-own to make the other team feel even worse for losing to you is truly great.
Dog, we lost to Colorado, dude. What the hell? You lost at home? We lost to Jeff Sims last week. What the fuck?
Next shout out Missouri State, who gets their sixth win, not eligible officially, or they are eligible officially. Whether they will go to a bowl game is not determined, right? Depends on how many teams get 6 wins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, shout out to Missouri State. They came in literally like a wrecking ball. The CUSA is ripe for the picking, and I'm just shocked, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's really hard to transition to D1 football, and they're just doing it. Them
Yeah.
and Delaware
They're
and
both having
Kennesaw State.
success.
Like
It's crazy.
it makes sense that these programs wanted to move up. I'm just shocked they were able to keep like the locusts together that would allow them to succeed right away. This happened to Sam Houston not too long ago, and they're awful right now. So I'm just shocked.
Were they terrible before? I mean, they weren't D1, you said. Were they
I
bad?
I I have no idea what
Yeah.
Missouri State was before they became an FBS team.
They were
Well,
fine. They were okay, but it wasn't like it was definitely like conference years like fuck, fuck, fuck. Who's out? Who's left? And pick them up. And I know the other members of the conference were happy to have some stability, but now they're like, damn, we're surpassed by someone else now. Oops. You let a bear into your house. Wow. End of
uh,
segment.
a couple negative shout outs. We mentioned this earlier. Oh, sorry.
No, before the negative shout outs, I have to alert the universe that Auburn found out that you're allowed to score touchdowns on offense.
Where? Yeah, we had that written down. Where is it?
Oh my God, I don't know. I must have accidentally, my fault.
Fuck you.
Uh,
The media is trying to keep Auburn down and promote Big Vandy. This is bullshit. No, I mean, it was a loss, but
it was,
shit.
hey, whatever, you'll take it, right? I mean, to be fair, you promoted the defensive head coach and immediately were able to score more points. Was Hugh Freeze just like that? Was he a net 24 points per game negative?
Yes.
Like,
So since now that Brother Hugh is gone and can no longer hurt us, all of the like Auburn reporters are just airing the shit that I guess they didn't want to air while he was still here for fear of like burning sources or whatever. But apparently, like the way the play calling was set up was that the offensive coordinator and the quarterbacks coach would come up with the script and they would run that for, the first 15 plays or whatever. And then Freeze would just airdrop himself into the play calling and just pull random plays out of his ass, like plays that had not been practiced in multiple weeks. Like, that's my offensive genius. That dude
what a great time to
fucking
free.
sucks. He's never getting another job in college football, I think. I
It
mean,
He'll
that
be
froze
dude's
back.
right
awful.
when you
I
were
mean,
gonna say that dude. like,
It's actually perfect. Yeah, no, he'll be back. They
no,
always
he
come
won't.
back. He'll
Not
go to some
not
random
anywhere major. He'll
school,
he might go
cheat.
back to Liberty, but the I like I'm not happy that we lost, but like the team looked competent. Cam Coleman, we've finally fucking used the NFL ready receiver that we have.
That dude is
Had
so
some
good.
amazing circus catches, played awesome. And a DJ Durkin loss means I don't have to have a dude who killed a kid probably run my football team unless he beats Bama.
Cam Coleman was so good that I was genuinely pissed off he was a part of this stupid fucking offense all season. Like, it's like a travesty to the game of
Yeah,
football that he's stuck on that. I just hope they have a better offense next year, so or he transfers or goes in the NFL or something. He
yeah,
deserves better quarterback play.
what did you think about their new quarterback since Jackson Arnold was benched?
yeah. Um, Daniels, Ashton Daniels he played the second half of Arkansas and most of the Kentucky game until Freeze realized that he was getting fired if he lost and just started randomly swapping back and
Panicking.
forth. But no, he played well. He played well. It kind of I don't we could do some fuckery and like if we start Arnold or the freshman Deuce Knight next week against Mercer, we can keep Daniels under the 4 game limit and bring him back next year. He's a true senior, so but if he plays every game, he's gonna end up with 5 games played and won't be able to redshirt. But I don't think that I don't think that's a smart idea given that Mercer is a top 10 FCS team and I don't think intentionally playing a worse quarterback against a good FCS team is smart.
True,
But
true.
he played well. He's cool.
This is
Yeah,
Way better than
interesting.
Jackson Arnold.
and they ran the ball
Yeah.
like even a little.
If Durkin's the head coach and he wants to win this game, I feel like he would have no qualms with starting the better quarterback, possibly burning a red shirt, unless he gets some guarantee that I will be there to enjoy this quarterback.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that conversation's happening right now.
I don't even know if Ashton Daniels is a good enough player to do that
Yeah.
sort of fuckery. What like if it'd be different if he was like he came in and he's amazing. He played well. He played good.
Yeah, he's just okay. It's just they've been, I mean, it's
We
just been
haven't
so
had
bad.
okay
Yeah.
in since Bo Nix.
Hey
Yeah.
man, him and Pavia had the same stat line, dude.
Yeah. On the flip side, Vanderbilt, just want to say, what a sight to see a full Vanderbilt night game. Like, that was loud. Like, good for you. That's all I want to say. I'm glad, give hope, give some hope. Anything else?
No,
Perfect. Well, we just have a couple negative shout outs. We kind of talked about this earlier, but Duke's shameful loss to UConn.
it's a great way to
Um,
put it.
that's yeah, I don't know. That was Josh must have written it. Uh,
Yes. Duke, come on, dog. We've been talking about them as like a possible ACC like dark horse, like deep dark horse, but not as deep as Virginia. And it's one of those things that's like, all right, you paid big money for this really good quarterback, and now I'm like, you were ready for that, honestly. I don't know why you swung for the fences like this when you just weren't ready. Like, you're an unserious team, and they only have one ACC loss. This loss to UConn could be a blip on the radar, but this is not the type of game that a good team loses. And UConn just looked like the better team. It was not a fluke. Like they just went on the road and laid an egg. I don't know. I mean, how many good games can you lose before I stop taking you seriously? I mean, we'll get to this in the next negative shout out, but
go for it.
but
Yeah,
the
we could.
ACC is right there. It's right there. You just need to, I don't know, not be who you are. And I'm sorry, that's the way it's just gonna have to be.
On
Hey, you
that
beat
note,
Clemson. You beat Clemson, and that's twice in 3 years. So nice.
on that note, Louisville also lost 29-26 to Cal. Um, I did not watch this football game, so I know Cal sucks, so that's bad. And Louisville's
Cal
not even that
has
bad.
Cal has a
Hey man,
good quarterback whose
JKS is
name
electric, dude.
Jaron
I'm not trying.
Hue Sagapolutele. Had to get it on there at least once. JKS is very good. NFL people are already looking at him, and he's a true freshman. But he's a true freshman on a team that got blanked by San Diego State this year, who has a really good defense. But still, like Louisville, Louisville. I talked cash shit about them when they beat Miami. And I felt bad because I'm like, whoa, this is one of the biggest wins in Louisville program history. But I knew it was fake because I said that's not who you are. And this is closer to it. I feel totally vindicated. How do you get outplayed by a freshman? I mean, I've seen it happen live, but come on, dog.
A shame has been appropriately doled out.
Yes.
Uh, anything else before we jump to next week's games? Perfect. Well, we have first game Kent State at Akron, battle for the wagon wheel, which didn't know that. At
Why is this
7:30.
here? Why is this
Cuz,
here?
cuz Kent State has
It's
lost this
Ohio.
game to Akron so many times, and not even because Akron's particularly good. Kent State's just been worse. But now both teams have 3 wins this season, and the battle for the wagon wheel will be as hot as ever in Akron with the rubber freshly peeling off the turf, dude. It's gonna be sick, and I cannot wait. This game is Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern, so tune in if your cable provider allows.
Who are you picking?
Golden Flashes, baby. That's my birthright. Come on.
Just a kid from
John.
Akron.
Okay, I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna match you. I know nothing about these teams.
Give me the zips.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Dorilus Clark will have something to say about this.
Okay.
Kent State,
We beat
baby.
Bowling Green this year.
Christ.
Next game, USF at Navy. Boys, I'm going USF. I'm a USF believer. John, what do you
Same.
think? Everyone? Okay, we're all picking USF. Perfect. Memphis at
Fuck the troops.
ECU. This is an easy one, right? Josh, what are you thinking?
ECU's another one of those teams that has one loss. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought there was a correction.
No.
ECU is one of those American teams with one loss that's been close in a couple of them. They almost had Tulane, and it was a tough road game. Memphis going to ECU. I don't know, man. It could be a pirate trap. We'll see.
Who are you picking though?
I'll go with the Pirates in
Yeah,
an upset.
I agree with all that. I'm still going Memphis.
I'm going Memphis too. I don't like ECU. I feel like they always disappoint me. Um, Notre Dame at Pitt. John, what do you think of Notre Dame at Pitt?
Give me Pitt. I believe in
Oh,
Henschel, the backup quarterback who's been significantly better than Eli Holstein. They uh Pitt is probably like a one loss team if they had started this quarterback all year. They
Yeah,
probably win the backyard brawl. Just saying. Just saying.
we respect rivalry games. You never know. Josh,
I'll go with Notre Dame, but John's confidence almost shook me.
I'll go with Notre Dame. I won't watch this game because I refuse to watch Pitt play football. I will not fucking watch this stupid game. Um, that's Pitt could be really fun to watch. They've lost me as a fan for this season. Yeah, they missed their trial run. Um, Virginia at Duke. John, what do we think?
Virginia.
Josh?
Virginia, and I don't even care who the quarterback is.
Dang. I'm gonna go with Duke, even though they suck. Just because Virginia has their backup Q, I feel like that does
That's
matter, like
actually, yeah,
quite
that's
a
a good point.
bit. I don't know if they can score on Duke. Anyway,
He's
yeah,
good. He's good. Kalen
UConn could
played.
score on Duke.
Yeah,
UConn was at
but
home. Okay, it's one of the hardest places to play in college football.
Okay.
All right, NC State at Miami. I I really, really want to say NC State, but I'm gonna go Miami. I'm gonna go Miami because Miami's at home. If this was at NC State, I would pick NC State, zero hesitation, but I will
Do
pick
you,
Miami.
I don't know. Miami, there's gonna be like 40 people there. I'm going NC State. Fuck it, dude. ACC chaos.
I'm rocking with the Wolfpack too.
Bang.
Whoa.
I think NC State just knows when the big games are and shows up for those only. So
But at home, that's my only thing. They only play well at home. But
Nah, it'll be
anyway,
fun.
yeah, all good. Arizona at Cincinnati. John, what do we think?
Cincinnati, baby. I'm wearing a Cincinnati Brewery shirt. I've gotta rep my boys.
I'll go with I'll go with Cincinnati too. Josh, what do you think? You're muted.
Muted?
I
Question
think
mark?
Arizona's going to
There it
really
is.
put up a fight.
Oh, you're
Oh
good. You're good.
no.
You're good.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
network
my connection was
latency.
unstable. I think since Arizona is going to really put up a fight, they were in a dogfight with West Virginia, and that's not a good sign. But I feel like they're going to play up to Cincinnati. It'll be tough. I don't think they'll win, but I think it'll be a good game.
TCU at BYU. Gonna go with BYU. Josh, what do you think?
TCU is food. BYU.
BYU, come on.
Easy money. Iowa USC. The immovable force meets the unstoppable object. I will I will go with USC. John?
I'm gonna pick USC as well. Iowa requires sub 50 degrees and driving rain to do anything.
Last time the Hawkeyes went west, it was an embarrassing loss with a backup quarterback to UCLA. This time they're going against a better team than that last year's UCLA team, and they have their starting quarterback. I think they pull it off, dude. I think Jordan Mayiva gives this one away, trying to do too much.
The ghost of Patrick Mahomes strikes again. Minnesota at Oregon on Friday night. I'm just gonna set the precedent. I'm going Minnesota. I
Wow.
picked I picked them blind earlier this season and they won. So I'm
On the
picking Minnesota.
road?
Yeah. Oregon.
Going west.
Yes.
Wow.
Oregon just played their ass off in a big game. This is a letdown moment. It's Friday, less time. Minnesota is a sleeping giant. They're one of the
Shut.
winningest programs in college football history, and PJ Fleck is gonna get them.
Give me Oregon. Come on.
If my shock didn't tell you who I thought was going to win, Oregon.
Okay, Oklahoma at Alabama. Uh, Alabama, I think Alabama's the best team in the country. I think they're number one in the country, in my opinion. So, Alabama.
Hey, speaking of that, after playing a absolute stinker of a game, Ty Simpson on his on-field interview after the game is like, nobody believes in us. Everyone thinks we're ass. Like no one's giving us any credit. We're a good football team and everyone thinks we're bad. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're Alabama. Everyone respects you. You're top five. Like, stop with this fuck. I hate
You
the
hate
nobody
that
believes in
narrative.
us. I hate it more than anything because only good teams do it. Like like when UCLA beats Penn State and they're like, nobody believed in us and we got it done. It's like, yes, you're right. Nobody believed in you. But when Alabama beats a terrible LSU team that just fired their head coach, you've got Ty Simmons being like, yeah, dude, I know I'm the front runner for the Heisman right now, but nobody fucking believes in us. Everyone thinks we suck. Like, shut up, dude. I'm not interested in it. God damn. I didn't think I was gonna get so pissed off.
I can't possibly be on your side considering my head coach does
Yes,
that
yes,
every
Kirby is
season,
public enemy number
every
one in this
game.
case.
So
Oh,
I take
that's
it you're
so funny,
taking
dude.
Alabama in this game.
Yes, I'm taking Alabama. Fuck.
What do you think, Josh?
Alabama.
All right. Well, next game, Texas at Georgia, and I'll go Georgia, obviously. But actually, honestly, I think this year's Georgia team is better than last year's. They're at home. This year's Texas team is worse than last year's. They're on the road. And like Georgia's playing better. Texas has been in a lot of dogfights with a lot of not so great teams, so I'll go with Georgia. Josh, you want to answer this?
I don't know. Georgia's played with a lot of fire this year, and I don't know. Texas's defense has gotten better as games have gone on, just like they have. I think whoever's leading at halftime wins this game, just straight up. That being said, I've seen Georgia score 21 points and a half or 20 or something. Texas hasn't done that, so I'll go with the dogs.
Yeah, it's
Barely.
it's Georgia. It's Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Common opponents like we blew out Kentucky, we blew out Mississippi State. Those are SEC teams. Those are ranked wins. Therefore, uh, Texas struggled with both of those teams. You know, we got a lot going for us. Mississippi State at Missouri. What are we thinking, John?
Why is this on here? Fuck it,
Yeah, I don't
Mississippi
know.
State. I don't care.
What do you think, Josh?
I don't know the status of Missouri's quarterback situation.
Ass, fucking ass, terrible. Holy shit, bad.
No, I mean, is Bo Prabula even healthy?
No, it's gonna be
No.
this backup for the rest of the season.
who is fucking ass terrible.
Yes.
To quote you.
You realize against Texas A&M in the first half, he didn't actually, I think through three quarters, he didn't have a single completion past the line of scrimmage.
Is that good?
No.
This is a Missouri team that has shown themselves to not be a SEC championship contender. They are out of the playoff race. They had a demoralizing loss to Texas A&M, and I don't know if this is going to be like a real home field advantage for Mississippi State. They've been close in so many, and they finally got their one win the other week. I think they could go for two. I wrote down this is a huge opportunity. If Mississippi State wins this one, you could tell their boosters anything this offseason. So I would like to see that happen. So I'm picking Mississippi State.
I'm also going to pick Mississippi State, but that is because their quarterback, Shapen is like, I think he got benched or something. He got banged up against Georgia. They put in their backup, who was way better than Shapen. Literally, the only two scoring drives that they had were their backup QB. And dude, Missouri's talented and better at every single position except quarterback in this game, but their quarterback fucking sucks. Like, I'm going Mississippi State. What do you think, John?
Mississippi State. Come on.
Yeah, I think John answered
I already
first.
picked.
No, wait,
Yeah.
really? That's hilarious.
That's
Okay.
4 picks for Mississippi State. Mizzou, you're fucked.
All right, well that's a great place to end the episode, guys. I'll see everybody next week. Any final notes?
The Falcons are in the middle of blowing a game to the Colts in Berlin right now. They just let Danny Dimes run a 22-yard scramble.
Why are they in Germany? Whatever. I don't
Fucking
care.
NFL.
Pro
Fuck
football
the
for
Falcons.
nerds.
Oh, speaking of Germany, Michigan is not going to play Central Michigan in Germany.
That was
They
gonna
retracted that.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Don't worry. That's some news. That's news you can use.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's the pod, everyone.